we decided we were going to go to Iguazu Falls. So Iguazu Falls is one of the natural wonders of the world. It's a massive waterfall, and it's on the border of Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay. I think Uruguay or Paraguay. And so it's kind of a really cool place, but it's a long way away from Buenos Aires. So we tried to get a bus ticket for us, and it was going to be an overnight bus. And we were pretty shocked to find out it was going to be a 19-hour bus. And we kind of had a bit of a breakdown in communication with this guy booking tickets, and we thought we had bought like lying down seats. And so the next day we get onto this bus and we discover that we've got just bolt upright seats for 19 hours on this coach. It was boiling hot. We were sat right at the front of the bus, and that was a real kind of shock to the system, and this is actually going to be quite difficult. So the bus journey, actually, it was 22 hours. It wasn't 19. So yeah, by the time we got to the other end, we were kind of a bit battered and beaten up and tired. But we got a place to stay, and we were excited to go and see Iguazu Falls. And then when we went to Iguazu Falls, it was unbelievable. It was an amazing thing, just a spectacle to see with your eyes. Like, the scale of it was just incredible. And for me, the thing that was the most amazing about that was, like, the waterfalls themselves. It was just the sheer velocity and power of them and the power of nature. And I think over the whole course of the 4-month trip, that was where we really saw Mother Nature at her scariest, I guess. I mean, it was just incredible. Like, the power that you felt off these waterfalls was amazing. And that was brilliant. And that really kind of lit a spark in us, and we were excited to move on to see other things. But we also got a real glimpse of probably the side of traveling in South America that you don't see a lot of the time. And we sat in a restaurant on the last night we were there in Iguazu before we left to go back to Buenos Aires. And we sat eating this meal, and it was a great meal, and I was dead excited. And on the other side of the road, there was basically a little girl, and she must have been about a year old, and she was sat in the mud in I don't think she even had a nappy on. And she was just sat in the mud, and her mum was sat next to her, and then the little sister was like rummaging through this bin looking for food. And I'm kind of like looking at Connie, we're eating our nice meal, and that was really, that kind of hit me, that did. And we kind of noticed that was a trend throughout the whole of the trip, and that really was. Yeah, it was, you live where we live in the UK, and certainly on the trips I spoke about at the beginning, where I'm going away with a team and you're staying in nice hotels, and you never really see, the poverty and the deprived areas of a place that you go and visit, because you're just staying in nice hotels, you go into competition arenas, and everything's paid for. So that certainly was a different element to a trip going abroad that I'd not experienced that before. We saw that, and that kind of, we both got a little bit upset, but, I was expecting to see a lot more of that along the trip, and we loved our time in Iguazu. We took the bus back again, another 20 hours back to Buenos Aires, spent a few days in the city, and then we decided we were going to cross the border. So we were moving to our second country, and that was going to be Chile.